I love the concepts of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. There is no better way to sum up the two energies to make the complete whole of what is a person. But there's a huge problem, and there is a terrible misuse of these fundamental theories of humanity that's causing a lot of problems. That's causing so many people to suffer and so much stress. And today we're going to talk about that. Now, generally speaking, the energy of the divine feminine is thought of as motherhood, as compassion, caring, emotion, feeling, tenderness, all of those traits that are receptive to others. While on the other hand, the divine masculine is generally thought of as being very active, being assertive, confident, being very rule-oriented, taking risks, being very objective, using logic and reason for analysis, more sort of the giving or putting forward type of energy. And these two together, when they come together, they make the whole, a complete whole in terms of spirituality and balance. And the one thing that is the biggest problem that is causing so much pain out there is that people assume you have to be all of one or the other. That you are either a divine masculine, or you have those characteristics and traits, or you are a divine feminine. And to make it even worse, we tend to associate the divine feminine with the female gender. And that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not the way it works. We're not supposed to associate gender roles with these two energies. The divine masculine doesn't just mean men. The divine feminine doesn't mean women. And one of the things that drives me truly crazy is if you look online and try to learn more about either one of these energies, when you look up, say, divine masculine, you will see a picture of a guy holding a shield and a sword saying, be protective. Or when you look up divine feminine, you'll see pictures of a woman trying to tell you how to be more feminine. And you get this idea in your mind that you have to be one or the other. You have to be, if you're a man, you have to be divine masculine, or if you're a woman, you have to be a divine feminine. And that's completely wrong. Gender has nothing to do with it. We're being misled by societal expectations. And we're being artificially kept from pursuing what our heart wants and being who we truly are. And that's terrible. There's nothing more dangerous out there than limiting someone's ability to find true happiness. That's awful. When we assume that the divine masculine has to be male and the divine feminine has to be female, we create this gender stereotype trap that causes us to fake who we are. We believe if I'm a guy that I can only have divine masculine qualities, or if I'm a woman that I can only have divine female qualities, and we'll hide the part of ourselves that don't fit into that mental construct of what it is to be a man or what it is to be a woman. And that denies us the ability to live our true lives and be our true selves. So we're always hiding something from others, or we're always faking it. And that causes tremendous stress. And it will cause us to feel shame and guilt about who we are. The thing of it is, gender has nothing to do with divine male and divine female. I can be a man, but I could have a lot of divine female qualities, and vice versa. Now here's the good part. If we can get past the idea that if I'm a man, I have to be only having divine masculine qualities, and if I'm a woman, I have to have only divine feminine qualities. Once we can get past that, then we can realize the truth. And the truth is, most people are a mix of both. I have some very strong divine feminine qualities. I consider myself to be very introspective. I feel that I'm very compassionate towards others. But on the same hand, I tend to be very objective and use logic and reason for analysis. So I have a mix of these two qualities, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, my partner also has a mix. She's extremely driven. She is very determined and also very objective, but she does have a lot of divine feminine qualities as well. She's very caring. She's very empathetic, very concerned with the well-being of others. And what I've noticed is that the two of us bring forth a lot of complementary strengths that are lacking in the other person. I compliment her, she compliments me, and together we form more of a whole than we would individually. Now, I'm not saying that a person by themselves isn't a complete person. Of course they are. You can be a very happy, well-rounded individual. But in the union between two people, for there to be balance and balance between the two. There has to be this mix, the correct mix of DF and DM, divine female and divine male. And if there isn't this correct mix, if there's too much of one and not enough of the other, there'll be this imbalance, and there'll be strife, and there'll be stress. And only after you get rid of this tying of man and woman to the two energies, only then can you let your true energy flow. You can start leading your true life, and you can be who you were supposed to be as you were created. And when that happens, when you let yourself be free, your energy will start to attract the complementary energies that you were meant to be with, the people that have the qualities that you may be lacking, and vice versa. You'll find each other, and you'll start to mesh and fit together. I mean, really, if you think about it, the quirks and whimsy of biology places us into these predefined gender categories, whatever it may be, and we assume that we have to act in a certain way. Once you can get past that, once you realize that you are an energy just trapped in a body and someone else is an energy trapped in the body, you can start to seek out the right partner for you. And then you can start to go down that road of having a great long-term relationship. This means that in terms of relationship happiness and spiritual equality, there is no difference between a same-sex couple and a heterosexual couple. There is no difference between a couple with an age gap or with physical inequalities. Once you get past this dressing of what you see on the outside and realize it's only what on the inside that matters, only then can true relationship happiness exist. So forget about what you were taught in society or what you see online. It's not about that. It's about who you feel attracted to, regardless of the skin that they're wearing. It really is. So when it comes down to it, if you're looking for a satisfying and fulfilling, truly meaningful long-term relationship, think about who you are and what makes up your energy. What components of the divine masculine and the divine feminine you have. Then start looking at other people and asking yourself, what are their energies? What traits do they have? How well do they complement me? Not how do they look or anything like that. That's going to get you nowhere. But who are they? How do you feel with them? How well do you two work together? How do you mesh? That's the secret. That's one of the fundamental keys for forming a successful long-term relationship. So please break outside of the gender stereotype labels and just seek happiness. All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more tips on having a truly advanced long-term relationship, please hit like and subscribe, whatever the order is. And I will see you guys next time.